Rising. Welcome to the channel. I am Venus Green and thank you so much for joining me for your June horoscope. I do want to take a moment to thank all of you for returning to the channel. May brought some personal and some professional challenges for many of us, including me. Hello. But we are moving on and forward with clarity and grace. Thankfully, onward and upward. We're not looking back. All right, let's get back to this month. I am doing things just a little bit differently. I'm splitting the horoscope into two parts, and this video is going to cover the first half of June. It's also going to include the full moon in Sagittarius that happens on June 11th. So let's take a look here and see what is unfolding for you, Capricorn. Saturn is your chart ruler, right down here at the bottom, just popped into Aries, so your fourth house, and is highlighting themes around home, family foundations, emotional security. You might be reorganizing your living situation in some way. I'm definitely doing that. You might be also creating some new boundaries with your loved ones. On June 15th, Saturn is going to square with Jupiter in Cancer. This is your seventh house. Going to add some tension here between your desire to grow relationships and your need for emotional safety and stability. Now, if something in your personal life feels like it's out of sync, this square will show you where adjustments are going to be needed. Mercury is going to begin the month in Gemini, so that's energizing your sixth house of daily work, wellness, and organization. You may be flooded with things like errands that you must run and take care of, clients that need updates. Maybe there's some kind of shift within the responsibilities in your daily routines. Do your best to stay nimble and flexible around this time. Then on the 8th of June, Mercury is moving into Cancer, your seventh house, joining up with Jupiter. This is going to bring a heartfelt conversation to your partnerships, one of them or some of them. However, Mercury is going to square off with Saturn on the 9th and then with Neptune on the 10th. So this could really blur whatever communication is happening. Do not assume anything. It is your best bet to clarify as best you can. Wait a few days for that clarity to come through if you must. Emotional tensions can really soften here with a sense of presence and practicing patience. Venus is moving from Aries into Taurus on the 6th of June, and this is shifting from your fourth house into your fifth. Creativity, romance, play, children if you have them. While in your fourth house here, early in the month, Venus is going to help you bring beauty into your home, maybe to help you create some kind of healing or healing space within your family. Once in Taurus, though, Venus is all about boosting pleasure. She's about flirtation, and she's about joyful self-expression. Reconnecting with activities that really bring lightness and laughter into your life are going to be important and feel important. On the 9th of June, Venus is going to square with Pluto, your second house. So it's financial or it's self-worth issues that are going to briefly come up to the surface here for you. Watch for any pressure to prove your value. Your worth is not up for negotiation. You know that in your heart, and I hope that you say it out loud. Mars is going to remain in Leo, your eighth house, lighting up themes of joint finances, emotional vulnerability, maybe talks of transformation. This energy can really empower you to get clear on shared money dynamics, boundaries, what it is that needs to be released by you. On the 15th of June, Mars is going to square with Uranus in your fifth house. So likely there will be a surprise that comes up related to children, maybe to dating or romance, if that is an area, scenario that you are involved in. Could also be a creative risk that really just, something's just going to catch you off guard here. So give yourself some space to adapt to whatever that is rather than react to it. Create, some sort of way for you to move through the blocks and the tension. These shifts are really drastically going to help you open up if you are allowing and receiving spontaneity. The full moon in Sagittarius is going to rise on June 11th at 20 degrees. So this is highlighting your 12th house of solitude, intuition, and healing. This is a deeply introspective moment. There are some hidden emotions that might surface around this time. Perhaps there's some grief that needs to be finally or fully processed. Maybe there is some level of forgiveness that needs to be taking place, someone or something. Maybe you're looking at just letting go of something. You are supported in retreating from the noise and really reconnecting with what truly matters beneath the surface. This lunation could mark the end of a chapter that's tied to maybe it's burnout, maybe it's isolation, maybe it's inner conflict that you've been suffering through. It's forming this Grand Mutable Cross. Moon's in Sagittarius, Sun is in Gemini, and the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo. So this pattern pressures you to realign your internal world, your daily practices, your mental clarity, and those long-term beliefs. Seeking quiet truth is what you're going for here. We're not accepting external perfection that's handed to us. Well, this lunation is going to offer you some opportunities to check in with your soul. And so it's going to invite you, some of you maybe, to step away from overwork and to let your inner world breathe better, bigger, longer. Create some space for silence and inspiration is what some of you need to be working on. And then others of you are going to be working on releasing judgment toward yourself and others. And that can be a tough one sometimes. So as these opportunities open up for you around this time, prompt your own soul, ask it directly. Where am I trying to solve everything with effort instead of using any level of grace? And that is so often the case with so many folks that I talk to. We're just taught that, elbow grease and effort is what brings something to fruition. And that's just not always the case. Also ask yourself, what dreams or inner guidance have you really been avoiding, and how is it that you can reconnect with that inner sanctuary this month so that you can get that flow of good ease and communication. In the second half of June, we are going to explore the new moon in Cancer, Mars's shift into Virgo, and also Mercury entering Leo. Each of these bring renewed energy to your long-term planning, your relationships, and your professional voice. If you feel so compelled, we would love to hear what's happening with you around the time of the full moon and how you are working through that in your life. Capricorn rising, your strength lies not only in structure, but in your willingness to retreat and receive. Let this full moon remind you that quiet clarity is still power. Best of luck to you.